The Israeli-Czech Business Forum in Tel Aviv opened with speeches by Gidon Saar and Peter Masenka, who is, I believe, the foreign minister of the Czech Republic, but I could be wrong. And there is a lot of tightening of relations between Israel and the Czech Republic. This is highly relevant because the Czech Republic is now our best partner for blocking anti-Israel decisions in the EU. So far, things like sanctions on Israel because of settlements and so on have required consensus for like these kinds of decisions required a consensus, and so it means that if we have one country that consistently votes against it, then the sanctions are not going to apply. And now the Czech Republic, after we lost, we used to have Hungary as the country that provided this, but now the Czech Republic is our partner, or the partner that is relevant to us now that Orban has lost his elections in Hungary. So the new Czech Republic government is now tightening its relations with Israel even more so. Okay, so let me quickly go through the chat. Let's see if you guys have any questions about this. And so this is really good because they promised essentially that they wouldn't they'd be our like shield from the EU sanctions, and also they blocked a decision to try to avert the consensus by making sanctions not require such a consensus. Okay, so Amir has a question. So Amir is Israeli, and he is asking, since we signed the agreement with the Lebanese government, was there any movement from their side? So I don't know what you mean by movement here. They are moving into the areas that we are the pilot areas that we are leaving from southern Lebanon. There have been, nothing official, nothing bombastic. They haven't, I mean, other than the agreement itself, which was a huge deal, saying essentially Hezbollah has to disarm, Israel is allowed to stay. That is already in itself a huge deal. We'll discuss some of a snapshot of what things are there at the moment in a bit. But there are movements, I think, under the surface. So the Lebanese army is meeting with American officials, training and trying to think of how best to take care of the situation. There isn't something you can do that's like zbeng vegamarnu, as we say in Hebrew. That's like a big boom and then you're done. And you can't make big booms right now because right now Hezbollah is still too powerful and would have counter moves against you. And so there are things, I think, happening underneath the surface based on the public meetings that we know are happening. We also know there's going to be a bilateral meeting in the States in a few days. I don't remember the exact date. But things are moving. Things are moving not quickly, but it's also fine that they're not moving quickly. They shouldn't move too quickly, I think. Okay. So let's see anything else. It is good to see this between the Czech Republic and Israel. Yes, I agree. Okay, a lot of talk about Mujtaba's apparent girlfriend. Is she also cardboard, or is it a mixed marriage? And is that allowed by the Durkha religious laws? Okay, Amir is saying, yeah, most likely under the surface, it is a great agreement. I hope it's utilized well. Thanks, Guy. Yeah, and I'll talk about it a bit more. Okay, so here, this is interesting. A new Lebanese initiative signed by more than 400 people from across the country's sectarian political spectrum, including Shiite, is offering fresh hope to Hezbollah's opponents. So Joto, if you can expand on what that is, because I haven't heard about this. Now, 400 people is not a lot, to be fair. Like it could be like a change.org petition or something along those lines. In that sense, it's not really meaningful. But I'd love to hear more details about this. Okay, so let's continue. Other than the Czech Republic, our Ministry of Defense has posted this, where Israel is advancing the Israel-India technological partnership, which again, India is becoming a huge partner for Israel. A very, very strong partnership is forming, strategic alliance, as Modi called it. Modi also came to speak in Israeli parliament, which I think, other than Trump, he was the only foreign leader to do it ever since October 7th. And I think, he usually doesn't do this, and usually doesn't speak in English when he does. So it was a huge point that was being made by him by coming and doing that. He is basically saying, I'm firmly establishing my alliance with Israel, which is good. And as we can see, a lot of people on both sides are advancing technological cooperation between the countries to further ingrain this partnership. Oh, by the way, even though I'm not Armin, I still hold the capability. He taught me the secret arts of reading super chats. As you can see with the ticker at the bottom, I will read all super chats. So feel free to send super chats and I will read them, even though I'm not Armin. Okay. Next, we have, so we mentioned some of the lies that are being advanced, like this one. An innocent Palestinian nurse was killed by Israel. This was something that consistently throughout the war, and is still going on, has been advanced. Like Israel is shooting medical professionals. Israel is shooting journalists, and basically every single time, or almost every single time. Maybe some people got caught in the crosshairs by accident, but basically every single time, they turn out to be terrorists, part of the Islamic Jihad or part of Hamas. And essentially, Israel's revolutionary policy is, if you're a terrorist and you're part of Hamas and are an active combatant, we don't really care what your day job is. You're not immune from being targeted because of what you studied in university. Okay. Kat is saying, hi, like the stream. Yes, everyone, please like the stream. And also comment and share it. Helps the algorithm. Okay. So there's this one now. By the way, this is a channel you can follow for stuff, but it's an iffy channel. It's not very reliable. Sometimes it posts misinformation, presumably by accident. But for example, this one was originally posted by Eisenberg, and Eisenberg is complaining, please either retweet or note attribution. And I agree. Eisenberg, so the next one is going to be Eisenberg. Eisenberg is a fantastic channel on X for debunking misinformation about Israel. So if you're looking for channels to follow, I highly, highly, highly recommend following Eisenberg. He posts a lot of these, and as you can see, he also has, let's see if this is, so he has chains of every single time that someone is said, oh, they shot a doctor, they killed a doctor, and then, oh, by the way, he's a terrorist. He posts, he adds it to this ongoing post chain. So I highly, highly recommend people who are looking for pages to follow to to find information to debunk. Eisenberg is fantastic. He's also I believe IAGS is the one where you have like genocide scholars all said that I could okay. I won't say anything when I'm not sure. This could be a hoax. This could be like the hoax that we had hundreds of genocide scholars agreeing that Gaza was a genocide, and then turns out you can just pay $20 to join. So I'm not sure if that was IAGS. I'm not gonna look it up now. So he's either a genuine genocide scholar or this is a troll. This line is a troll. But regardless, he is very, very, very good, and I highly recommend him. Another one that I highly recommend is Eitan Fishburger. Also, a very excellent source for debunking things. So this is a huge investigation. Clash Report is a Turkish influence operation disguised as breaking news and is tied to Erdogan's family. So he does a whole report here. And so these two channels, I think, are the best channels, at least the best ones that I know, for debunking misinformation and disinformation about Israel.